Okay, I'm back. So if you guys just watched what I like about my iPhone XR video, I'm gonna do the same thing with my iPhone XS Max and what I like about this. In case you guys missed it, I just did a short, quick unboxing on the iPhone XS Max. You can check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. I also leave the links to my what's on my iPhone XR and what I like about the XR video. And I just recorded the XR video right before this one, so I'm just gonna continue the flow. So I just picked up the iPhone XS Max yesterday. This one's for Verizon. I got the 256 version in gold. I wanted 512, but one of the stores that I went to, they had the 512, but then something went wrong with the computer and he sent me to another corporate store to get the phone. And he's like, oh, if you want, you can do the upgrade over there and then come back and pick this up if they don't have the 512 in stock. It was like a whole song and dance. So I went to the corporate store. I got it like in 2 seconds, they fixed everything. And then they were like, oh, we only have the 256. And I was just like, you know what, whatever. I have a 128 gigabyte XR and now I have this, the 256. I don't know that I'll keep both, but I also have iCloud storage, the 2 terabyte version. My iPhone 10, I had 256 gigs and I ran up 202 because I save all my videos, all my pictures and everything from my old iPhone. I always transfer over. So this year I have the 2 terabyte iCloud storage. So it really frees up most of the space. And I think right now on this phone, it's 256 and I think I've only used like maybe 50 gigs, if that. I think 40 actually. I think the 256 will suffice. Plus, I did get this 3 months after release and I'm the type of person that likes to upgrade every year. So let's say when the next one comes out, it'd be easier to pay this one off because it's $200 cheaper than the 512 gigabyte model. This one is $1249, which is expensive and crazy, but that's another topic. So yeah, so I got the gold version and I fell in love with the gold when it came out. It was, I used to have the 6S Plus in gold and that was one of my favorite iPhones and I never got tired of the color. And this is like even more beautiful with the stainless steel band. Let me see if I can take this case. This case is really tough to get off, by the way. It's a black clear case and it kind of looked nice with the gold shimmering through it. Sorry about the reflection, but let me see if I can get this off for you. I don't want to break it. I like this case. Then I don't want fingerprints all over my phone. Ooh, I think I got it. What if I break the case? Oh, it's like a $9 case at Best Buy, but still. It's my only one right now. It's like coming off, but look how sexy the gold is. I don't know if you can see it. This lighting's terrible, sorry. Oh, I almost put it back on. There we go. Hey, at least it's a good case. At least I know it's not gonna fall off if I drop it. Okay, so here's the color. You can see this in my unboxing video actually, but just for the video's sake, look how pretty that is. I can't even get over it. Oh, it's like a beautiful, really reflective, sexy gold. The bands, the stainless steel looks so nice. And then I have the default wallpaper, the live wallpaper. This is another thing I missed, like on the XR, not having 3D touch to do like this cool stuff. This phone is pretty big, but if you have an 8 Plus or any plus size iPhone before this, it's kind of the same footprint, just all screen, no bezels. You guys, I can't stop staring. It's so gorgeous. It looks better in person. I mean, some people, it's not for everybody. Like, you know, some people like the space gray, some people like the silver. Some people think the gold kind of looks like, in different lighting, the gold always looks different. Like it might be yellow gold, it might be rose gold. But this one's more like of a, I want to say like a sand color compared to the 8 Plus, which was more like really rosy. Screen is massive and I miss having a big screen like this. I really love it. It's funny because when I first got my first plus size iPhone, which was the 6S Plus, it took me like a month to get used to that big phone. And now I'm so used to them that when I hold smaller devices, it feels weird to me. I have my 3D touch back. Got a bigger battery than the XR, but the XR, again, this resolution of the screen and everything, it's not pushing as many pixels, so it might last a little tiny bit longer. But I heard this lasts like pretty much the same as the XR. Got the dual cameras here. And now with the A12 processor and smart HDR, this is supposed to be really good at, you know, adjusting highlights and like it doesn't allow for like the highlights to get blown out and it balances shadows and light and contrast and all that. From what I've experienced on the XR, the smart HDR really is a big deal. It's a game changer. You know, now we have with iOS 12, we have emojis. So you just set up, let me see, I'm gonna get on the side here so I can just plop it real quick. So if you see, you have where an emoji was, you can make your own memoji. And this is the one I made. It kind of looks like me when I have short hair, but now that I need a haircut, I should probably change this. But yeah, it has tongue detection now, so which is pretty cool because I stick my tongue out way too much. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And I think there's more animals too, animojis or whatever. Let's see. I think they added like 4 more. Oh, a T-Rex. I love the T-Rex. That's cool. And it's like a Snapchat ghost, it looks like. It's not really Snapchat, but it looks like it. Dragon's cool. The unicorn I feel like is popping. Like when you smile, he looks legit. Okay, I'm done, I promise. All right, anyway, that's Memoji and Animoji. Let me know if you want a video on how to set up your Memoji. I'll make that too. So basically, my favorite things about the XS Max is pretty much just the display size. I love the 6.5 inch display is gorgeous, and I'm so happy to have a plus size phone again. The design, the build, oh my god, I can't get over how nice this feels in the hand. And I had the 10, and the 10 felt nice, but I love that this is a bigger footprint. It feels like solid, you know? And the fact that it's IP68 water and dust resistant, like it's submerged in water, and it's supposed to not get damaged. Well, that's a nice peace of mind. Having my dual cameras back, having this beautiful gold color, it just changes the whole game. Like honestly, the gold color alone is like enough for me. I like that now in iOS 12 you can do group FaceTime. You can FaceTime up to 32 people with iOS 12, which is awesome. And I've tried it. I think I tried it up to 7 or 8 people. It's pretty cool. But again, this is iOS upgrades. It has nothing to do with just the XS and XS Max. You can do that with older iPhones too. But now that you have such a big screen, FaceTiming a lot of people on a big screen would probably be pretty dope. I think I have to try that, but I don't have enough friends. See, I had the Note 9 for a while, and that screen size was beautiful. It was 6.4 inches, and this is 6.5. It's nice to have an iPhone with that kind of size screen, you know? It's so beautiful, I love it. Can I keep it? Another upgrade about the XS and XS Max. I spoke earlier about how they have band 71 for T-Mobile. So basically that just means that it can tap into their 600 megahertz spectrum, and you can get better signal in areas before that didn't have signal, penetrates buildings better, and it travels across longer distances. This is a Verizon iPhone XS Max. Now Verizon, I haven't had any problems. I love their service. They're reliable. Now with the XS and XS Max, you finally have gigabit LTE, which means theoretically you should be able to hit 1,000 megabits per second. On my 8 Plus on Verizon, I think the highest I hit was 261 megabits per second, and that was in New York. So I haven't hit those speeds yet with this, but I'm in Florida now. Long story short, most carriers don't support gigabit LTE speeds yet, and if they do, most towers are congested with everybody using the tower. Which brings me to my next thing. With the iPhone XS and XS Max, it supports something called LAA. I don't know how to even say that. Basically what it means is that if you have a XS or a XS Max and you're in a congested city, like let's say New York City, you can tap into unused spectrum, which nobody's really on, so it's kind of like VIP access, and you can get faster speeds. You're not on a crowded tower, so that's pretty cool. And it has 4x4 massive MIMO, so instead of 2 antennas and 2 LTE connections at once, you can tap into 4 at once, so it's supposed to hold on to a weaker signal better than previous iPhones could. So with the XS Max, you're getting a couple more benefits signal-wise. And the XR, it doesn't have 4x4 massive MIMO. It has the old school 2x2, but it has band 71. So again, it's a trade-off. And also some people are saying that because this is a new radio technology on the iPhones, it's kind of hit or miss. So even if you do get the XR or you have an older iPhone, it's more tried and true because it's been out for a couple years, the 2x2. If you pick the XR, don't feel like you're getting gypped. It's still a really good antenna. And like I said, most carriers, you're never gonna tap into gigabit yet. And when the whole 5G networking race comes into play, then newer iPhones will come out with 5G technology, and then finally probably their LTE will be able to tap into higher speeds. But for right now, the XR and the 10, they can tap in, I think, to up to 600 megabits per second, which is still fast. I mean, like, nobody's gonna complain about that. But for the most part, pretty much everybody's gonna hit like about 100 megabits per second real world use. But yeah, it's cool to know that it's future proofed. So, you know, in the future when networks do get improved and they are able to tap into higher speeds, with your XS and XS Max, you can hit those gigabit LTE speeds. I just went on a whole rant about LTE speeds, I'm sorry. My top 5 things about the XS Max are: 1, the design. This gold just looks luxurious to me. It looks like it should be in a Louis bag. I don't know. iPhones are like status symbols, and even more so now with these luxurious designs, the stainless steel and the gold color. Second favorite thing is the speakers on this. I think are even louder than the XR, which were already pretty loud. So it's really like, honestly, I was using GPS yesterday, and it was like, okay, felt like she was yelling at me. So yeah, build quality, one category. Speakers, second category. Display is gorgeous. It's huge, it's vibrant, it's vivid. I like the OLED. When I was using the 10R, I kind of missed the deep, rich blacks and the contrast. When you're booting up your phone, even the Apple logo, that's all you see. It's just the Apple logo, because everything else, all the pixels are turned off on OLED screens. The thicker bezel on the 10R didn't really bother me too much, but when you hold this, it's like, wow, it's really an immersive screen. Cameras, I have my dual cameras back, which I like. I was playing with the portrait mode last night just because I have it again, and it's one of those gimmicks where you get over it, but it's cool to have. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I do like having the dual cameras, and I do like having the telephoto lens. The design, the build quality, the cameras, the screen, the speakers are loud, the water and dust resistance, the IP68 rating I like, and the LTE speeds, the theoretical LTE speeds. I like knowing that if I go somewhere, I have the highest technology, I have the fastest technology, and the fact that I can tap into unused spectrum in a crowded city makes me excited. But yeah, I mean, pretty much those are like my favorite things about it so far, and I've only had it for a day. I missed having a big phone in the last month that I've been using the 10R, which, like I said, it's not small, but I like this bigger footprint, I like the bigger screen. Watch a lot of videos and content and YouTube on this. It supports HDR, so like a Netflix and YouTube, you're getting really HD content and looks really great. And because the speakers are so loud and crisp, you feel like more immersive when you're watching videos. Also, when you're recording video, it has surround sound recording now, so you're gonna hear on whichever side the audio is coming from, you hear it all around, which is really cool. Because I do most of my video recording on my iPhone, the 10R and 10S, they both support this, so that's really good. 4K at 60 frames per second with no limit. The front-facing camera now is, I think, 1080p at 60 frames per second. The image stabilization is excellent. So overall, great phone, excellent device. I recommend this phone to any diehard iPhone user who wants the best of the best. This is the best of the best. Power users, not gonna regret any of this. The A12 chip is 7nm processor, the fastest you can get on a smartphone right now. Apple is really good at optimizing their software to meet their hardware. So from a diehard iOS user for years, highly recommend this. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Comment below if you're upgrading, if you want to upgrade, or if you already have one, let me know below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you want more content like this. You guys give me ideas. I'm open to suggestions. I would do a what's on my iPhone XS Max video, but since it's pretty much the same as what's on my 10R, I haven't really added new apps yet. I just transferred everything over. I guess I'll work on that. I'll add new things and let you guys know in a future update. And let me know if you guys want to see that. And I'm still going to work on how I edit my Instagram video for any of you guys who want to see that. Let me know. Here's 2019, guys. Be safe. Have a great one. Catch you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.